What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and as you can see here, I have a PC case. This is actually my new PC case that's actually going to be replacing my Corsair 4000D. So for those that didn't know, I actually built my first PC right before COVID back in 2020, and that was with a Fantex. Then I sold that Fantex case and got the Corsair 4000D. Had that for about 4 years, and I really want to try a new aesthetics. Oh, just one second. How do you like the audio coming out of my microphone? This is actually a new microphone that I just got. These are the Hollyland Lark M2Ss, and I do have the fan going on just kind of in the corner there, so let me know if you can hear that or not. But how do you like the audio quality from this microphone? So anyways, I really want to try something new. I want to try different aesthetics. I didn't really want to go with a white build. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers who do a lot of white builds, and I'm just not a big fan of just the color white when it comes to my desk when it's all black. But I didn't really want to do another black, otherwise I would have just replaced the Corsair that I had. And so that's when I decided to get the HYTE 60. Now obviously there's other brands out there that were kind of cool, but I kind of like this aesthetics. Now this is not the same as the Y70, which I believe has the touch screen on the corner. Now you can turn the Y60 into a touchscreen panel or into the touchscreen version of the Y70 if I buy the LCD screen panel for it. But it's like another $130, $140, and I'm not a big fan of the touch screen thing. It's kind of cool in terms of what you can put on it, but I don't really care about that kind of aesthetics in terms of that aesthetics. But I didn't want to get a black one of this because it just would suit no purpose when I already have a black case. Didn't want to go with the white one. This one is the black and red one. So I actually kind of like this aesthetic because the front of it is a little bit, has kind of a combination of both black and red, and this is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this open. Now I will be doing another video. Probably won't be my best video, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and make a video of me taking out my PC parts out of my old Corsair and putting them into this one. And I try to keep the video as short as possible, but just want to let you guys know that I'm not perfect at building PCs. Like I said, I would say it's like my third time building a PC. All I'm doing is just transferring from one case to the next. Everything's going to be pretty much staying in the same. But if you watch my my shorts, the CPU that I'm actually going to be running is in fact the AMD 9800X3D that replaced my 7700X, which is still a good CPU, but the 9800X3D, I noticed that it renders my videos much faster when it comes to rendering my 4K videos for YouTube. And I am shooting on my FX30 in 4K at 30 frames, or I'm sorry, 60. So I am shooting at a higher frame rate. So I'm not really sure why, I just really want to try it with that. So actually my battery's about to die, so we're going to swap out my battery really quick. Okay, now that the battery has been, a new battery put into my camera, we're going to pop this open. This is just an initial unboxing of the case. I don't know much about the brand. I read a few good reviews about it, and I was watching a Jay's 2 Cents do a review on it, and it's a really good case, and it certainly will serve everything that I needed to do for my Corsair. Actually, before I pick everything out of that one, I'll just kind of show the differences between the cases side by side when I get ready to do my next video on popping out my PC parts from one case to the next. So we're going to just pop this open. And I do apologize for a little bit of the lighting. These kind of unboxings is not usually what I'm used to doing because this is being a big box. It's just my bedroom, so I don't really have a lot of space for these kind of unboxings. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to this together. Now, what I can see is you can mount your GPU vertical, which I'm not going to do. I do love the fact that you've got your SSD storage on the side, which is actually kind of cool. But I keep all my SSDs. I use Windows. I use an NVMe for my Windows, so that's kind of cool. I love the air mesh, so it's going to get tons of airflow. There's fans on the bottom. So I do run the Fantex, the T30s, and I am using 3 120s in the front, so those will be going right here. And then I can use just the one extra fan from my Corsair in the back for that Fantex. And then up here, I can use actually all 3 of my Fantex T30s because I'm only using 2 right now in my Corsair. But with this, I can actually use 3, so I can utilize all the fans that I've got. And then the fans that come with the PC case they'll just be at the bottom, so they'll provide more airflow cover for this. So that's actually kind of cool. So I have a lot more fans in here. So I'll have a total of 3, 5, 4, 7, 10 fans, I believe. So 3 in the side, 3 in the top, 1 in the back, and then 3 more there. So it's more than adequate cooling for this. And I'm also running a Be Quiet air cooler, the Dark Row Pro 5, for my 9800X3D for cooling that. So we're gonna pop this open really quick. So it seems the only thing that comes with this are the instructions, and that's pretty much it. So these are just your basic instructions. I actually looked this up online. It's a little confusing when you look at instructions online versus just actually just doing it, because usually the instructions can be kind of confusing, especially if you're not doing what they're asking for. So it's just basically just showing you how to install your fans. And then this also gives you a PCIe high riser, which I'm not really sure what I'd use that for. I'm guessing that's just for setting your PC or your graphics card on. I'm not sure why that would be like that, because you could end up blocking the fan. So I'm guessing it's just to remove, but I've never had a riser, so I don't really know what I would use that for. But it looks like you can actually take that out, and I won't really need this, I guess. Like I said, we'll figure it out when we put it on there. But yeah, so yeah, it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, we'll not be vertically mounting the GPU. I don't particularly care much for that, because it'd be closer to the glass, and I don't want anything too close to the glass to where it restricts the airflow of the GPU. So we're going to pop this open. Oh, actually I had it on the side, which is kind of nice. So this is the case in all its glory. It's actually not as big. It's not as big as my Corsair. It's a lot thicker, so it'll take a little bit more space on my desk. But all in all, actually shouldn't be much of a problem. It seems taking these out is pretty simple. So you've got your expansion slots right there. You've got your 2 storage slots right there if I ever want to use these for external storage, which I don't really do that. My motherboard has 3 NVM slots, and I'm using all 3 of them. So we're just going to pop this open really quick. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. And we're going to just simply take off the front panel really quick, just to see what it looks like on the inside. I'm not going to take off the wrap off the glass. I'm just going to leave that on. This is just going to be just a quick look at this and how this glass comes off. Whoop. Looks pretty simple. Simply just looks like you just probably pull this. Yep. What I like about this one versus my Corsair, my other one, I have 2 holes right here. You got to slide it backwards. This one just simply just slide down and lift up, and then that's it. And I know you can remove the side panel in this one, but I'm just not going to do that in today's video. So as you can see, this is your riser. You do get a fan there. There are 2 more fans at the bottom here. They look like 2 140s is what's going to be on the bottom of this, so that's actually kind of cool. So I don't necessarily need to use extra fans, as there's 2 there. And then as you can see right here, there are 2 more. I can use my 3 Fantex T30s here, and because of the fans on here and it's more than enough airflow, I have more than enough space. As you can see on the bottom, there's more than enough space in there for me to add all 3 of my fans, which is actually kind of cool. And it looks like you can actually take off the back as well, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to go over the complete thing. So it's actually kind of cool. Actually, this is take it all apart just to show you what it looks like. So I am looking forward to this. Now, as I said before, I'm not a PC expert. This is only my 2nd time actually taking apart my PC and putting it in another case. But at least I'll be able to do better cable management as I go along with this. So I am getting better at cable management. So again, this one you simply just pull out, and that's just a giant mesh. Look at that. So there's tons of airflow. Whereas on most PC cases, your back panel is just solid, and then everything is just your traditional, just kind of intake or exhaust, depending on how you have your fans, and then intake and then exhaust out. So this is actually kind of cool, and I'll have more than enough space for all my cable management. The cool thing is that I can mount my power supply vertically as opposed to just straight, so it shouldn't be too hard. Again, you get a bunch of cables with this, which is actually kind of nice. I don't have to worry about using the ones that come with the power supply unit, except for my GPU and the one for my motherboard. And yeah, so you get some more stuff right here, probably some more screws and added stuff, and then again your slot for your fans. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, I know you can remove this piece right here, and again, as I said before, if you wanted to turn your Y60 into a Y70 but you didn't want to spend the money to buy a Y70, you can buy the LCD replacement for this. It allows you to use it as a digital screen. But again, like I said, I'm not going to do that. I use AIDA64, and I also have it on a separate monitor, so I can simply just use the separate monitor that I have for that. There's no reason for me to kind of do that on this. Don't really need to. Otherwise, yep, this is everything that I got for my new PC case. Again, it's the HYTE Y60, and that's all that I got for you guys. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, if you're new to my channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and stay tuned for my next video. Once I have everything installed on this, and I might make a video with me installing everything on this, I might not. Usually it takes me a little bit longer to do this kind of stuff, which is why I don't normally do videos like this. It might take me a little bit longer, so I don't want to turn it into like a 2-hour video. But next video we'll have, when I post it, we'll have everything from my old PC into this one, and then I'll just basically have all the cords and everything in here connected, but I won't have anything turned on. And then I'll just show you a comparison between what this looks like when I have everything in it versus what everything in my Corsair looks like when I had everything in that one. And then yeah. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. So stay tuned for that video. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss content when I drop it. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And my name is Black Appealer Tech Guy. See you guys in the next video. Enjoy your week.